Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of On It. We are here. You got me. You got Devin. You got Mister Mister Monday Night Dubs. Mister Monday Night
Dubs.
Dubs. Mister
Huge
Commanders on the
dubs.
left chest. Mister gotta learn who number one is on the Commanders now because it's not
Mister,
Jahan
I
Dotson,
forgot because this is a Jahan Dotson jersey I got for 20 pounds.
which is
Um,
hilarious.
the only reason I bought it, I bought two of them. I bought a burgundy one too. The thing is, I'm not dropping $130 on anything, let alone a jersey of a team that might change their name pretty soon. So, but the thing is, if we play well this year, we got to keep the C's.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Considering, like, okay, welcome back to a brand new episode. We're here.
So,
Obviously, we got Monday Night Football to get into.
yeah.
We got all the Sundays games to get into. Some fantasy football, MVP votes. Yeah, we might as well get right into the doubleheader from Monday Night Football. Let's talk about the Commanders and the Bengals. But
Yeah.
I know it's only 3 games in. But this is the closest y'all have been to, like, all right, so we got a franchise quarterback. Like,
This is
in,
the
like,
closest we've been.
I don't know
can't
how
even.
long.
I mean, we had a tiny glimpse of Heineke. We knew that wouldn't last. RG3, obviously. Don't give me that.
Okay, so RG3 is the last one. RG3 is the last one.
Essentially, I mean,
But
the one that we could have true hope for. Yes.
there you go. That's what that's what it is. The true hope for
Yes.
this guy being a starting quarterback for your team for a long time.
For a long
So
time.
you're definitely
He learned how to slide. He's sliding.
Yes.
We like that a lot.
Jaden Daniels sliding. You
Awesome.
might need to learn how to and I'm not gonna lie, you need to say the man's name right.
Who?
You need to say the man's name
No,
right.
because right now he's playing. No, he's playing like Jaden McDaniels.
No.
Playoff Jaden McDaniels.
No. Say it. You gotta. It's funny. He's balling right now. You gotta
Big
say
ball.
the man. You gotta say the man's name right. You also
Give me
need
a
to get
Super
him.
Bowl.
You also need to get him a Super Bowl winning season.
No, a winning season is
enough.
very doable. I mean, shit, we could win the East with the way the East is going right now.
Well, I don't think that's gonna happen, but that's like that would be. It would be cool. It would be.
That'd
Like
be awesome. Yeah, I don't think it will happen.
It'd be the upset of the year, like in terms of like probably betting. I'm sure nobody bet Washington to win the
except
East.
for delusional fans like me.
Maybe,
but I'm not. I'm
but
not.
even
I'm
you,
not
you're
betting
not
anything on us.
You're not like, oh yeah, Washington. Yeah, they're winning.
I mean,
East.
the thing is, this win's awesome. This could.
Dude, this win was fantastic.
Quick.
All right.
This is incredible.
Can I do what I
Yes,
do
please.
what you usually do to? All right. Because you usually do this to me. I need
a different perspective.
You usually do this to me. You know, it's like maybe the Ravens win, maybe they don't, but either way, from a non-biased perspective, because I am not a Washington fan, y'all balled out. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It wasn't some sleazy Washington team that walked into Cincinnati and stole some dub. It was y'all played, I'm not going to say perfect, but y'all played amazing.
It was close.
The entire game.
Yeah.
The entire game. And when you want to talk clutch, you want to talk put the ball in Jaden Daniels' hands, put the offense on the field and clutch it out and make
give me 2 4th down conversions. Give me a bomb to Terry. Give me his first touchdown pass to a guy who weighs 370 pounds.
Oh my God, the throws to Terry, the I mean, it's just.
I was thinking about it today. It's like, I mean, Terry hasn't done anything these first 2 weeks, and he needs to show that he's a dude who can walk onto any team and be a great receiver, and he's showing it. Jaden's showing that he can not just finish plays out with his legs, but now he has the threat of his legs, and he can use that pump fake, throw a dot. I mean, he was hitting.
Extending the play. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I mean, bro was looking a lot like Lamar today. He was looking a lot like Lamar today.
Dare I say Patrick Mahomes? No. Dude, they compare everyone to Pat. Anytime Joe Burrow throws a fucking 8-yard completion, oh my God. Gobble gobble. Get the fuck out of here. And yeah,
Well,
no, this is
yeah.
this is great for my prediction of the Bengals and Joe Burrow. Um, Playoffs are going to be pretty tough to get to after being 0-3. It's not. It's definitely not impossible. Um,
0-3 teams never won a Super Bowl.
an 0-3 team, 6 0-3 teams have made the playoffs since
But it
1979.
it was a weird stat they threw out right before the Ravens game started, and I was like,
Did they?
are
Yeah.
y'all leaking the script?
Yeah.
Are y'all
Yeah.
leaking the script? But it's fine because they gassed up Ravens fans last year with the purple
The
and red.
colors, of course.
So I ain't taking no hints or falling for nothing.
No.
But Commanders, especially on the offensive side, look great. Obviously, your defense was almost like saying, Cincinnati, if y'all want to come back, like y'all can, like
Have
go
it. Yeah.
ahead. But your offense, I
Awesome.
mean, went right back on the field and matched everything Cincinnati was trying to do.
Yeah.
And doing even more. And then when it came to the fourth quarter, the end of that game where there the time y'all milked that that that
Oh,
that
that was
that that
perfect.
what was it, the
We
field
got the
goal
ball with what,
drive?
5-6 minutes left.
Yeah, it was after the Bengals scored their second to last touchdown.
Maybe.
Whichever was, I believe your second to last drive, Washington's second to last drive. I mean, y'all milked so much
Yeah.
time and then put up the field goal to go up
Yep.
30, whatever.
Yeah. No.
Whatever it was.
We got the ball back at 9:42. They got it back at 2:10.
Yes, because I
Awesome.
remember. Okay,
That
yes,
was
yes.
that was our last drive. That was the drive with Terry's touchdown.
Well, okay, so then the drive before that, then what did the drive before that look like?
That was a field goal. We milked a good few minutes there too. Yeah.
So okay, so y'all the milking was beautiful.
It was awesome.
That's
I
all.
mean,
That's all I can
I
say.
think that we knew that if Jamar was going to play like that, if just that offense was going to come at us like that, especially with our shitty secondary, that we would have to score and run down the clock a lot. And yeah, I mean, a field goal would have maybe done it, at least left a tie on the board. But no, that touchdown was fucking beautiful.
It was beautiful. It
It
was
was a
great.
dot.
And I remember when Jamar scored that touchdown with 9 minutes and some change left. I remember thinking, oh, there's time. There's time left.
You know, I got scared. I mean, because
Yeah.
when when we have, especially Washington, but I mean when it happened in your guys' game, when you have an incredible first half, you get that feeling that something's going to get figured out. For us, I mean, they had us in some tough situations, but again, 2 4th downs where we converted, um, and yeah, I mean, we're not a team that when we don't score a lot of touchdowns, especially late in games. It's beautiful to see. Um, I love it. I mean, I'm at a loss. I picked the Redskins just out of pure. I'm only going to pick the Redskins this year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but no, I'm incredibly proud that Joe Burrow sucks. Um, I'm kidding. He doesn't suck. But the Bengals are 0-3, and it's a beautiful
Joe
world, you know.
Burrow definitely does not suck.
No, he
No,
doesn't
their
suck.
defense is a whole other problem of suck.
That's a real big problem.
Um,
I mean, we were walking all over. It
0
was
and
just
3.
picking them apart.
I love that
0-3.
they're 0 and 3. Y'all are 2 and 1. So y'all helped out my division. Y'all are 2 and 1.
Mhm.
I mean, y'all looking good in your own division.
This was a perfect
Um,
scenario of a game. Yeah.
so
This is making me
so
love the NFL again.
I see. I love the NFL for a lot of reasons. You know why else I love the NFL?
What was that?
I guess doubleheaders. I guess doubleheaders are cool, but let's talk about the other game in the doubleheader.
Yeah.
Bills versus Jags.
Yeah. After the
So
second touchdown, I was like, this is going to be a slaughter fest.
now we picked Jacksonville. We picked Buffalo to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question. Were we wrong about a lot of Buffalo fans have had some problems with what we've been saying about Buffalo? Was I mean, maybe you. I don't remember what you said that was so crazy, but were we wrong? Like about the Bills?
I don't know. I can't remember exactly what I said, but
Okay, I mean, here I remember. I'll recap what we said. We said they were gonna win this game.
we did.
That's one thing. That's one thing that we definitely said. I said Josh was top three.
Yes, we both did.
I said after their week one win that they were gonna be completely fine. I said the worries going into the season. I don't really
But they
think
were
they.
they're valid worries. Like, I
No.
mean,
The worries going into the season were
yeah,
valid, and I think even Bills fans were sitting there going, oh, "Okay, like yeah, we definitely we'll see, we'll see." And then,
yeah,
I mean, I liked what I saw from Josh Allen, especially what I saw from Josh Allen. I
yeah.
love the establishment of their run game this year.
It's awesome.
With just James Cook is a beast, but we didn't put him top one. We didn't give him the MVP for this season after week one.
Sure. Yeah,
We didn't say they were the best team in the NFL. Now that was the problem. But were
yeah.
we wrong about anything we said? No. We
No,
weren't wrong
and
about a single. Oh, we said that their fans suck.
totally
Yeah,
valid.
we were completely. I mean, that's just an opinion, but
I
sure.
mean, but it's hard for anyone to deny that who's not from Buffalo.
Hmm.
Um, but no, I mean, this season looks like it's going to be wide receiver by committee, um, and then Josh is going to be Josh. Um,
Hmm.
now, my fears were with this team was can this receiving core play to the level that Josh is capable of? And because they lose Gabe, they
Yeah.
lose Steph, they lose a lot of their offense. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see a huge season from one of these guys. James Cook will have a huge season, but you know,
And then I also said,
Josh is going to do Josh.
remember one more thing when I asked, were we wrong about Josh Allen or were we wrong about the Bills? I said, if the week two performance from Josh Allen, I'm going back to week two versus Miami, if the week two performance from Josh Allen is what is to be expected for him on an average day
Yeah,
for this year, he won't win an MVP. Throwing only
sure.
19 balls. You got James Cook out there putting up. At this point, I don't even remember what he put up week two.
Three or four tutties.
Your defense putting up a touchdown, holding the team to 13 points or whatever. I mean, no, you can't win an MVP that way, and that's
Sure.
no discredit to Josh. But hey, maybe your team around you is just that good.
Yeah,
Now you get this Josh Allen on a normal basis.
yeah,
Yeah, obviously the MVP is going to be a huge conversation.
yep,
Uh, but I don't know, Bills fans, y'all got me. Y'all got what y'all got. Y'all 3-0 against teams with a combined record of 2-7. But
yeah.
it's all good.
I mean,
It's all.
we can talk up the Jags all we want and what they're supposed to be and what
But
they're this and that. I don't have faith in anything Jags related. Um, but
look, I wanted to see more from Jacksonville. We
and I mean they had a great beginning to last season, shit their pants, and I think they're just going to continue that for a
hold
little
on
bit.
though. Hold on no, because just it's not check listen to all three quarterbacks. I don't know about you. I wanted to see Trevor Lawrence do better.
Hmm.
We like to see Kyler do better if it's a possibility.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I don't think anybody like besides a Dolphins fan hopes like Tua plays well,
sure.
or at least expects him to play well. I
Yeah,
don't even know if Miami fans like expect him to personally play well,
I mean
but
they expect him to try to win football games with
before
the supporting cast they have.
before this season started,
Yeah.
if you looked at the general opinion on those three quarterbacks, it would have been a lot of negative things to say about all three of those quarterbacks, especially what they probably would have expected this season.
Who?
Trevor Lawrence,
Yeah.
Kyler Murray,
I mean, everything for
Tua.
Kyler was negative. Everything that we said about Kyler wasn't positive. Because who would have
Yeah.
thought? Um, but again, there's a full season ahead of Kyler Murray. We don't know what we'll get from him. He's had a few good games, and it's nice to see it. Trevor
Hmm.
is going to take some time to
And
get
then
this shit figured
Miami.
out. Miami, they're playing with Snoop out there, and they got
No, they're not.
who was out there?
Skylar Thompson was out there, and then he got hurt, and then Tim Boyle came out
Oh, then
there.
I'm way
See,
wrong.
Snoop, but I don't know. Snoop ain't
Snoop's still on
learning
the practice squad,
he
I
ain't
guess.
learning the whole playbook in however many days,
Sure.
6 days.
Josh
But
Dobbs did.
Bills, he's a scientist. Bills got some big games coming up, so we'll see. We'll see.
But no, huge for the Bills.
But yeah, great dub.
I mean, they definitely packed on more than they needed to, obviously, but who
Yeah.
cares?
See, that's
I
the
mean,
thing. It's
good
like,
for
I
them.
mean, the game was over at
The game
halftime.
was over
Game was
before
over.
halftime.
Game was over before halftime. So I mean,
The
yeah,
game was
Josh
over after that. After those first two drives.
theoretically, like Josh could have went out there and threw for 500 yards, but like he didn't need to. Like he
No,
got all his touchdowns and
and I'm going to
200
be honest.
yards in
I
the
don't.
first half.
There's not going to be a whole lot of games where Josh is going to be throwing 50 times. I think this offense is going to be pretty dynamic. Um, obviously, you're going to want to see Josh
I mean,
throwing it,
30.
but he's going to try to stay away from putting the ball in dangerous situations for
People are gonna pick at
most
you
of the
for
season.
saying 50, so I'm gonna just cut you off. He threw it 30 times. I'm just saying, so
30's fine.
no, I'm saying like don't expect him to throw 50. So I'm saying people gonna leech just to that comment and you saying 50 times.
No, I'm
Like
saying he doesn't
so,
need to throw the ball 50 times
no, he
like
doesn't.
other quarterbacks will.
He does, but that's the thing. He has games like this where he can throw the ball 30 times and throw four
Yeah.
touchdowns. Or Miami, where he only throws it 19 times.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the Bills, especially on the defensive side of the ball, were better than we expected. Or at least
Yeah,
I
no, they look
expected.
good. DeMar Hamlin gets his first pick. Good for him. Yeah, the Jags don't look good. I don't see much coming out of them
No.
this year if they're going to play like this because this is offensively and defensively a real train wreck.
You know, Jags are screwed. Jags are done for.
I wouldn't say done for just yet, but it is the AFC South.
Bro, the Jags are done for.
It's the AFC South.
Yeah, I know. You got
The
Houston
Texans
and
just got
you got
mush pied.
Houston. Yeah, well, okay, we'll talk about it then. We'll talk about it because we don't know how good that other team is. So we'll talk about that. But let's get into week 3 review. All of Sunday's games. I guess the first game, Cleveland versus the first of all, before I guess we get into these games, half of these games don't make any sense.
None
Let
of
me
these
just
games
throw
make.
that out there.
Yeah.
I know I said last week made no sense. This week is completely flipped upside down.
Yeah.
So the Giants beat Cleveland.
Yep.
What was it, 21-15?
It's
Wish I had
21-7.
it. Or
Oh no,
21,
yeah, it was
21-15. Yeah, they
21-15.
got that late tutty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, as of right now, look, I went into this year real hype on Deshaun Watson, and then obviously some off the field stuff made it like really hard to like root for him.
Support him, yeah.
Even like no matter which way you land on that, it's like just the public, just the look of it, just being like, come on, ball, please, ball out. It's like
Yes.
honestly, like
Prove that you're worth
whether
anything
you're
at this
for
point.
him or against him, bro's probably under a lot of stress. I don't know how much he cares about this this sport right now.
Yeah.
But that's besides the
Either
point.
way, it's still bad football.
But he's also
No
he's
matter
just
where it's coming from.
no. He's it's just not the Deshaun Watson we were used to when he
4 years ago.
when we were
5 years
used
ago.
to, but when he played though.
Yeah, no, agreed. Yeah.
That's when he played.
Missed an entire season, was injured most of last season.
I'm not gonna like you said about. I mean, you said can't count out Jacksonville. So I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and count out Cleveland after after week 3. But did they lose to one of the worst teams in the league?
Yes, 1,000%.
But
Singletary busted one wide open, and after that, it was kind of tough.
but I mean,
yeah,
Daniel Jones, 236, I mean, you got
that's a
Malik
solid game.
Neighbors, but you got Neighbors getting the show out, and it's like, oh, did Daniel Jones not like did he like call in sick? Did he not? It's like no, he played. He
This
played
is
too.
Daniel Jones. Yeah.
Daniel Jones played too. It's like,
Yeah. But
okay.
yeah,
So
if I'm the Browns, I'm not that scared. You got what? Obviously, the Steelers are 3-0 now. That's not scary at all. Ravens are 2-1, and the Bengals are 0-3.
we're 1-2.
1-2. Sorry, 1-2.
We're 1-2.
And the Bengals are 0-3. So yeah, this division is extremely gettable. Not by the Bengals.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just a biased Ravens fan, but I'm more confident in my 1-2 team still pulling off the AFC North title win than the Browns.
The Browns have shown no reason to be expected to win the division at all, or to really do anything. This is just a terrible game. Uh, yeah, I don't. It's not. I don't. Usually, I have hope in a quarterback, but when it's someone like Deshaun Watson who is injury prone and horrible case prone and legally prone and all this shit, and then comes out and plays like this, he's a real liability in every single aspect, and
Well, I will
it's
say
hard for them to have trust in him.
they are missing Nick Chubb right now.
They are,
At
yeah.
least this Sunday, they really miss Nick Chubb. They definitely need to figure something out in that backfield because
There's
they have
not shit.
nothing going on. They don't have a guy back there. Jerome Ford, there's hope, but at the end of the day, Jerome Ford might be way, way, way better when he's coming in for Nick Chubb
Hmm.
than being a prominent, starting running back for
Yeah,
a team. I don't know. But
the Browns stink.
Tennessee loses to Green Bay. Tennessee versus Green Bay. Tennessee loses to Green Bay.
Yeah,
I feel
Malik
like,
went nuts.
yeah, but honestly, I feel like you could just switch these quarterbacks and you probably would have had the same outcome, like game wise.
Maybe, but Will is still doing that shit, dude.
So
Like we
saying
said, he's
Willis
still
went nuts.
fucking stupid.
He didn't go nuts though. Like, I mean,
No,
what are
no,
we?
no, he didn't.
He didn't go
Um,
nuts. I mean, if anything, I
he
mean,
played well. He played very well.
yeah.
He had, if I'm not mistaken, a great touchdown pass that I can't remember for some
But
reason.
we were talking about it last week, and before they played the Colts, it was like this is their time to show how good of an all-around team they truly are. Because the whole conversation was, all right, well, Jordan Love can't be that good, and it's like, well, Jordan Love is good, and their whole team is good, and it was like,
Yeah,
well, they better prove it. They better,
yeah.
especially now that Jordan Love is out. And now I know it's the Colts, it's the Titans. They're running through the AFC South right now. Like
Hmm.
I know it's not the biggest competition, but they are doing what they are supposed to do with or
Yes.
without Jordan Love. If
Yeah.
their team is supposed to be this good,
Yeah, no, I mean, all props to the Packers. I mean, especially props to Malik, who's been a career backup and gets an opportunity, and I mean, hasn't looked like the Malik Willis who played on the Titans and threw a few passes here and there and just looked horrible. I mean, again, we don't know. Obviously, Jordan Love is still more than likely better than um, Malik Willis, but this team is strong enough to have Malik and him not play like an MVP, and they can still win. Now, again, the Titans, Will Levis, bad defense, old ass receivers, picks, all that shit. None of it's good.
yeah,
Um,
none of it is good. Even though D Hop did have a shocking, I mean, he had more of a D Hop day. 6 catches, 73 yards with a tutty.
of
He
course,
had more of a D Hop day. But I mean, Tony Pollard couldn't get anything going.
Tony blows.
Yeah.
Plain and
I
simple.
mean, but Tennessee blows, bro. You can't put it on.
No, of course.
You can't put it on Tony Pollard, especially the 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 non the like Tennessee hasn't had to worry about their run game in what 10 or 8 years. Like
However the fuck
they
long he's
haven't
been there. Yeah.
they haven't had to worry about
No.
their run game in a very long time. But
No.
Chicago, Indianapolis, I said last episode that the Caleb Williams
Who
hate.
did I pick?
You picked Chicago. I said that the Caleb Williams hate was getting weird. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason I said it was getting weird is because the posting of Adunze's dad or him
Mm-hmm.
posting the missed Adunze route or people clowning CJ for talking to him post game the way
Yeah,
he was talking to him. That's all that hate was weird, and I think the defending of Caleb Williams was all valid.
yeah,
Now, what have I been saying since the NFL season has started, Devin? We're going by week basis for this
1000%.
quarterback
Yeah,
because he was supposed to be this pro ready guy. He
yep.
was supposed to be able to go because now, I mean, like I get it. Like the O line for Chicago is not good, but neither
Trash.
it's not good for Baltimore. I don't think you're sitting there going Washington has the best O line in the NFL.
Fuck no.
There are teams that have O line problems.
Yeah.
Um, and there are quarterbacks that may be able to play against that. Might be able to play, against that adversity.
Now that's not the end of Caleb's struggles. I mean, he's again the O line sucks harder than anything, but supposed to be super mobile, supposed to be this again, supposed to be pro ready. These expectations should not be put on any rookie because this is the NFL. A rookie can have any expectation,
But they
but the
were.
way he is still talked about needs to stop. Let him develop. Maybe let him get an O line. They have the receiving core to do it. He got the ball to Odunze.
Jaden Daniels is better than Caleb Williams.
Currently,
No, the first
currently.
2 weeks. No, the first 2 weeks I was giving it to him. No, Caleb Williams ain't doing this.
Say it again.
First of all, Caleb Williams ain't going up this much versus a team like the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't care what their record is; they're a better team than their fucking record shows. Cincinnati, no, bro, I don't care. You can sit there and not get hyped because I know it's Washington or whatever. Then I'm gonna say it for you. Jaden Daniels is better than Caleb Williams. He was a better pick, and it's not the first time we've seen the second pick, which was a quarterback, be better than the first pick, which was a quarterback, just like we saw last
And we
year.
have a team
Sometimes
that
it just
did.
fucking happens.
We have a team that did no bolstering of a roster.
You had a team that made no
We
moves. Y'all
draft.
picked up fucking
We
Bobby
drafted
Wagner.
Luke McCaffrey, Austin Eckler just got a concussion, and fucking Jamison Crowder again.
Fucking y'all picked up. We're gonna get Bobby Wagner and Austin Eckler. We're gonna ball. You know who
Yeah,
we're
no.
gonna trade John Dotson for? Picks. Oh, Brandon
Picks.
Ayuk. He didn't want to come here. He wanted to go to
Nope.
Pittsburgh and New England, but he wasn't touching. He wasn't touching
Hype it up.
Washington. Jaden Daniels has a worse team. Was put in a way shittier situation.
Yeah.
I mean, said by
Expected to be much
shit,
worse.
shit, former players like you want to talk about the worst franchise ever? That team, Devontae Adams. You want to talk
Devon.
about like the
Well, he
worst
said the worst
franchise
fan
ever?
base.
Worst fan base, whatever.
He said worst stadium, everything.
There
Yeah.
ain't no as of right now. Sure, as of right now, the same way I'm gonna say as of right now, LeBron is better than Mike. As of right
Sure.
now, Jaden Daniels is better than Caleb Williams, and it's going to take a lot more than just the next 3 games, in my opinion, to change that
Sure.
opinion. So there you go. Caleb
But yeah,
Williams.
the
He threw the
turnovers need to
ball
stop.
52 times, Devin.
Yeah, exactly. And this is where
This is not the Pac fucking 12. Like
no.
what are
I
I'm
mean, to
sorry.
throw the ball 52 times and to score 16 points, something went wrong. I mean, I don't know.
I
This
mean, there
team
becomes
can get it together, but if you're struggling against the Colts, AR definitely didn't outplay him, but um, Jonathan Taylor for sure ran through that Bears D a little bit.
I mean, sure, whatever. The O line for Chicago is terrible, but at the end of the day, the man got 52 balls off. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe in the Pac 12 that can fly if you can run around all day and throw 52 balls. But
Mm-hmm.
around here, that's going to get your ass benched week 2 of your second season in the NFL, like Bryce Young.
Yep.
Because I'm not going to lie. What the hell has he shown more? Like, has he shown anything more than Bryce Young has shown?
A little bit, yes. Nothing good.
Okay.
Nothing that
I,
much,
I
but
haven't seen Bryce Young given the opportunity to play as fucking bad as Caleb Williams has, especially with the roster Caleb Williams has had. Justin Fields has been playing better than Caleb Williams, but okay,
yeah.
that's fine. Yeah,
Again,
You can't say, yeah, like it's okay that Justin Fields is playing better than Caleb Williams. It's
Again,
not
I don't have the
okay.
same expectations that everyone else does of Caleb.
But it's the fact that we're gonna wake up tomorrow and people are still gonna be, oh, should Russell Wilson or Justin Fields? People are gonna,
Yeah.
oh, Andy Dalton's the savior. Caleb Williams is the rookie of the year. Fucking like, I'm just so over
Yo,
the Caleb
they were
Williams
giving
hype.
Caleb the rookie of the year before he got drafted.
I'm over it, bro. I'm over it. Throw the Caleb Williams shit out the window. Right now, sure,
I mean,
whatever.
I tried to shit on Caleb before he got to the league, and just because of where he came from, the season he had last year, all this stuff from. I mean, when I say where he came, the college he played at, the division he played in,
Mm-hmm.
um, the style of football they played at USC was much different than an NFL team. I don't know.
Yeah, all right. Caleb Williams, Indianapolis beats Chicago. Houston versus Minnesota.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's bad.
So maybe Brock Purdy was right. Remember post game, your scheme is ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah.
Your scheme is ridiculous. And if you look at, if you look at Minnesota, their defense once again looked ridiculous versus Houston. But as of right now, in these first 3 games, you got 12 total sacks, 4 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles. The defense is elite.
Yeah.
That's all cool and dandy. What the hell is going on the other side of the
I don't
ball?
know.
What is going on the other side of the
I don't
football?
know. I mean,
Because
I don't. I'm trying not to call this a fluke, and right now I definitely don't think it is. Starting to get scary. Aaron Jones looks like Aaron Jones again, which is wild. And yeah, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold looks better than, like, you can't say Sam Darnold looks like his old self. There is no old self that looked like this.
no,
This is
he was
a
never
different.
this.
This is Nick Foles 2017.
Maybe it's crazy. Like maybe some quarterbacks aren't like ready to play in the professional football, like or ready to play in like the National Football League when
Sure,
they're
but 2 weeks
22
later,
years
Sam
old.
Darnold could not be in the NFL anymore.
Sure, I don't know with
This
what
is awesome to see.
with what he's making. Probably not. He can probably play however he wants the next 2 weeks. But
Sure.
bro, is it you're not worried like because you say you don't want to call it a fluke. I'm kind of worried that I'm gonna buy into it and get fooled.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like I don't want to buy
It's
into this and get
really
fooled.
hard for me to buy into Sam Darnold because we know who he is. We know how he's played his entire career, and we can talk all this shit about the Panthers and say this and that and how they ruin quarterbacks and blah fucking blah. And I bet that they do. And it's not a good situation for a quarterback. But if we talk in all reality, Sam Darnold has a limit. Sam Darnold has a ceiling of how good he can be. Obviously, these are great games he's played recently, but at no point am I going to go out and say Sam Darnold is going to be MVP level just because of whatever's happening in Minnesota. It's no.
Okay,
Give me a few
you've
more
been
weeks of this,
using
maybe. But
I'm about to
this
say
is
you've been using this as of right now word. So as of right now,
no agreed. As of right now, this is phenomenal. But again, we know who Sam Darnold is. A few years ago, he started 4-0 with the Panthers, or 3-1. I still can't remember. I still haven't looked it up.
Panthers suck.
I know, but the Vikings, obviously, they have top
They
receiver.
don't suck.
Not right now, no.
Here's the thing though. Had you told me, like, all right, their defense is going to be top 5. Aaron Jones is not going to be hobbling around on a bad hamstring anymore. He's going to be putting up 100 yards.
The rookie quarterback you drafted won't be playing, and that won't matter.
Shit,
You will forget his name.
You could have told me Sam Darnold played good enough.
Yeah.
And I'd have been like, oh, okay, so we're talking a pretty decent season for Minnesota. Obviously, I'm not expecting this from Sam Darnold either. But then you throw in, and Sam Darnold's going to lead the league in passing touchdowns too. So why not? Let's just throw that in there too.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, if we're talking, we can't put him in the MVP conversation. Yeah, we can.
No, right now. But
yeah, we can.
I don't expect him to be an MVP ever. I don't expect this to last very long. It is Sam Darnold. No one has ever talked this highly of Sam Darnold, and I'm assuming that in a few weeks we will not talk as highly as we did after these first few games.
Bro, but we said that week
I'm
one.
not shitting on him, but
We
it's like
said it. I you I
I
mean,
know, but
no, I know you're
3
not.
weeks is not like this guy's a lock.
Obviously, nothing is a lock, but how many times do we have to?
A few more,
But I don't know, bro. You
a good
keep.
bit more.
I don't know. Just the way you said, like, this isn't the old Sam Darnold because there was no old Sam Darnold. Was there ever really a true Sam Darnold? Was there ever a franchise with their head screwed on right and just a roster around him, a healthy roster around him that's just good enough, or has a top receiver in the league, has a great running back, has a great defense?
But here's the thing: how many times have we done this where Russell Wilson has a great start to a season, Kirk has a crazy start to a season, guys who you wouldn't expect to have crazy starts to seasons have crazy starts to seasons, and we talk about how unexpected it is and how awesome, and then it's gone. It fades.
Okay, how many times did we see guys have amazing? What
But how
about
many
when?
times have we
Hold on.
seen a guy
What
who's been a
about?
career backup come in and then win 3 games, and then we say, "Oh, he's a for sure NFL
But
starter for a long time now." Like
how many times
I
have you
don't know
just
how
seen it?
long this is
How many
going to
times have
last.
you just seen it? Period.
I've seen it a few times. Nick
Okay, but
Foles
that's what
did
I'm
it.
saying.
That lasted half a year.
Man won a Super Bowl. The man is a
Agreed.
statue.
Agreed.
The man
But
has a statue, Devin.
he has a statue.
If Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl this year, he's getting a fucking statue.
Oh, 1,000.
I'm sorry,
This
he is.
organization's never won a Super
But
Bowl. He's getting
this
he's getting a
this
statue. Yes.
you want to talk a rare scenario, bro?
This
JJ
feels to me more like a
McCarthy.
Carson Wentz rookie year start of a season when he's an MVP candidate.
No,
He's from
no,
NDSU and then never has a season like that ever again.
no. That's not. But he's on the complete opposite side of his career.
I know, which is
This is
also
like
not
if
good.
Carson, when he came to y'all, just started to turn up or something. Like it's like, no, like this is a situation that we have not seen, but we've also never seen Sam Darnold in.
No, but at the same time, is there at any point where we can say, hey, maybe we got to give him a little bit of a Brock Purdy treatment? I'm not saying that Minnesota has an offense like San Francisco, but when you have when you have Justin, you have
Oh,
Aaron Jones
oh,
playing well.
oh,
Um, I don't know. It's
bro. Saying Sam Darnold is on Brock Purdy level is a lot more respectful or agreeable, at least to me, than saying, I mean, he could be out of the league in 2 weeks,
no, I'm not
which is what you
expecting him to
said.
be out of the league in 2 weeks, but it's incredibly possible. Um, he got
It's not
flipped.
incredibly possible, like at all at this point.
Okay, not at this point.
Like not anymore. Stop saying that. It's
I
not
don't know why. I
happening.
didn't mean to say incredibly possible. It is possible, and 2 weeks is an exaggeration. But what I mean is he could have a few terrible games real soon, and then we will talk entirely differently of him. You say this a lot. It's a little bit of a recency bias, which is fine. Allow him to have this for now. But again, I don't expect this for very long. Justin is a huge part of why this is happening. This offense, this defense.
This defense
We
has been
can't
amazing
honestly.
for
We
him.
can give so much more love to the Vikings overall.
Yeah.
Everything that the Vikings have done has created a perfect scenario for Sam Darnold. It'd be a shame if he fucked it up, but he's doing well right now. We'll
Vikings are
see.
cool. Vikings are cool, man.
Nice.
The Philly versus New Orleans.
Yeah, I
Um,
picked New Orleans. It
so
looked good for a little bit.
I
I
picked
thought I had it.
Philly. You picked New Orleans. It was a very, very boring game. Ended the third quarter 3-0 type
Yeah.
boring game. We might have to start having the conversation And shout out to Shane because he's the one that's really been driving this in my head. And it's like at this
Jalen
point,
Hurts
I
sucks.
gotta see. And I talked him off that ledge of like Jalen Hurts sucks,
Yeah.
but he's like, okay, but he is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. Now, I think there are a lot of quarterbacks in that conversation.
Yes.
But if we're gonna start,
Sam Darnold being one of them.
if the conversation, well, no, let's talk about like the last 3 or
Yeah.
4 years.
Well, yeah, for sure.
If we're gonna have the conversation, does Jalen Hurts belong in it, and where does he rank in it?
Yeah.
I mean, we can have it. We can have that conversation, Devin. I think I don't know. There's just a lot of quarterbacks who have done a lot more with a lot less, who have not been just blessed with the team that he's had around him, and it's every year. It's not the same exact people every single season on the offense and the defense. I mean, they've just sculpted good rosters every single season
And they're
around
adding
Jalen
more to
Hurts.
it each year.
Yes, making it better each year. Um, and God,
No
if
AJ
if
Brown
it
again.
wasn't for Saquon, this game in particular, yeah, no, the Saints are probably winning like 13, yeah, well, 13-3, probably,
Mm-hmm.
probably, probably something
12 to
like
3
that.
or something stupid. Yeah.
Um, Jalen Hurts so far this year, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and I mean he has thrown an interception in every game. And they're bad interceptions. He's just not
Yeah.
throwing good balls. And
Yeah.
you would just think at this point in his career, I feel like I don't know. I just my expectations for Jalen Hurts is progressing as
Mm-hmm.
a quarterback to not make I don't know those
Like if
the
Lamar was making these type of mistakes, he'd be called a running back again.
oh my god.
Um,
That's another thing. Like there's so many quarterbacks that if and if Lamar had a
if Aaron Rodgers came out and played like this,
mhm, a lot
it'd be
most
Aaron's old
quarterbacks
and dead.
if most quarterbacks were walking into week 4 with a 3-to-4 touchdown interception ratio, there would be some conversation like what is
What's
going
happening?
on?
Yeah,
What is this? I'm not gonna blame them. I'm a big fan of Jalen Hurts.
of course.
I do like Jalen Hurts, but I, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying he is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. I'm not
No.
saying that I don't even know if he. I mean, do you believe he is an overrated quarterback in the NFL?
I mean, it's tough. I don't think he's like a true overrated. This guy sucks. He shouldn't be put in any conversations. Obviously, a bad start to the season. Their team is playing well, so Saquon is what 5 tutties, 400 yards already,
Yeah,
400 total yards.
Saquon went crazy this game.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
having a
on
fucking
fire.
banger of a year. Um, yeah, I mean Jalen is definitely been blessed with the team that he has, and I think there were points where we overrated his ability,
Mm-hmm.
um, and just him as solely as a quarterback, because the Eagles do so many things well that allowed them to win a shit ton of games. Um,
I just don't call me crazy, and trust me, for anybody who thinks I'm lying, I am a big fan of Jalen Hurts, but I'm starting to get that feeling like if he did not, if you took like I don't know, give me the next 4 years of Jalen Hurts not having a top 15 roster in the NFL, and he might not make the playoffs at all. Like if you
yeah,
put all
um,
like if you really have to put a team like you can't put a team on your back like he can't put his team on his back the way a Josh Allen can, a Lamar
sure.
Jackson can, a Patrick Mahomes can. He can't. And going into the season, I can't go back and check where our top. I believe the top 10 is back there, but we had a top 5, top 10 quarterback list, and he was definitely on there. And I'm interested to see
Hmm.
where we had him ranked because It's dropping. It's dropping fast in my eyes. It's dropping fast.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have him up there with again the Allens, Burrow, fucking. I mean, maybe in a Burrow range. But yeah, no, definitely not a top quarterback. Again, I don't know where we had him in that ranking, but um, I don't think that these struggles are like the worst thing, but it's bad when you have the team that you have, and we see quarterbacks who are talked about way worse than Jalen Hurts with worse teams playing much better right now.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I wouldn't call him overrated, but a few more bad games, and if he starts costing, I mean, the Saints were close to winning this game. If he starts costing this team wins for all the money and for everything that they put into this team, obviously they're going to want AJ Brown back soon because he's huge for this team. Um, but if it starts to become a problem, people will talk about him a little bit differently. But again,
For
I
sure.
think he can facilitate well enough to
But
win with this team.
that's the thing, though. If he can just facilitate, cool. But he is looking to run before he's looking to throw, which is crazy.
I mean, that's what
Because
Shane said. Shane said he's not fast enough.
if Lamar, fucking Christ, if Lamar was, it's fine, whatever. Not gonna be a weird Ravens fan, but if Lamar was doing this, the hate would be crazy.
Of course,
He has to because he doesn't have a top five offensive line every season like Jalen Hurts does. He
Mhm.
has to like take off
He
before he
does have
gets
a
a
top
chance to
five running
throw.
back now, though.
For the first time ever, finally.
Mhm.
I forgot what I was gonna say, but it's just the mix of Jalen Hurts looking to run before he wants to throw, and the decisions he has made, especially off these four interceptions, just what I, I mean, it's an interception that you could have thought Will Levis threw. Like some
Mhm.
interceptions you would have thought some rookie or young quarterbacks would have thrown. Like it's just it's not looking great. And so if you're on the Jalen Hurts is overrated side or Jalen Hurts isn't as good as you think he is side, you might be winning right now. You might be winning right now because Saquon definitely saved Philly. What do you have? 147, two tutties, average 8.6 a carry. He saved that team.
Saquon's been carrying, um, but again, this Philly offense is so high powered. I think if Jalen can cut the mistakes, they're gonna win a lot of games. Especially if Saquon plays like this, it's gonna open up the passing game. But yeah, AJ Brown coming back and yeah, just not making mistakes. This team is gonna be tough to beat. But yeah, obviously they have the potential to struggle. Jalen does at
The
least.
potential's there. The potential's there. Chargers versus Steelers. I guess we can just say Russ has no shot now. I
No.
mean, like Fields is playing good enough.
Yeah.
They are relying on him just enough.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to think of a good word, like his his need for the Steelers is not like his what's the word? Like his what word am I looking for? Like he's definitely not a necessity.
He's not a necessity.
Like it's like he's just there and he's good enough.
He's a
And it
bare
was kind
necessity.
of gonna be the same thing with Russ. It was
Yeah.
the expectation was gonna be like, hopefully you're just there and good enough.
You're not fucking this
Just
team up horribly. We have probably the best defense in the league. Um,
it's up there, yeah.
it's scary how good they're gonna be.
Well, TJ Watt's the best defensive player in the league, so I mean
Of course.
that's just
Um, but yeah, no, to have a defense like that, you have enough on offense. Obviously, the running game is okay.
running games.
Receiving core
I
isn't
like it. I like the
phenomenal.
running game.
Pickens is good. Um, I think Najee and other bro are injured or questionable or whatever.
Did they get banged up?
A little bit.
There were so many
So
games
many.
on at
A
once.
lot. Um,
I
but
had
you
a
know,
five
Justin
day.
is again. This isn't like Justin Fields is back. He just needed a good team. This is Justin
No,
Fields is facilitating and not fucking up, and
But
He's in a position to win every game because that defense is going to hold a lot of high-powered offenses to not a lot of points.
you see who's playing better then.
A lot of people.
Yeah, but like the guy that replaced him in Chicago.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I mean, that's like I
But
don't know.
again, I mean, Justin could be on that team on the Bears and play just as bad. I mean, the Bears could just
you don't think Justin Fields has a better ability to escape the pocket and make a play
he
than
does.
Caleb Williams?
That's why he ran for 1,000 yards.
I mean, I'm just saying if
No,
you
bro,
gave
bro was
him
running for his life for an entire season, and again, that didn't really help their team win much. But either way, he was able to escape and not get sacked a bunch.
Denver versus Tampa Bay,
Yeah, that's
I,
a real shocker. I don't like that at all.
honestly, like I mean, I just watching this game. I was just like, all right, now the Bucks are gonna get something going.
Yeah,
All right, now the Bucks are gonna get something going.
yeah,
All right, boom, Bucks are gonna get something going, and it just didn't happen
never came.
because it's not like it's not like like nobody played like shit. It wasn't like, and I'm not like defending the Bucks, but I'm just saying like it just seemed like the Bucks they were staying. It never felt like I know the score looks different,
Mm,
26-7, but it never felt like it was even. I mean, what even when it was 20-7.
yeah,
It didn't even feel like they're breaking off with this game. I mean, it was 20-7 at halftime, and
yeah,
like you see, the only points scored at in the second half were the 6 points from Denver,
yeah.
and it's just then Tampa never got anything going.
No,
I'm not gonna overreact too much because I mean they played an incredible first two games, and
yeah,
I mean, all right, you get punched in the mouth once by a shitty team. The Ravens did the same thing this year already, so I won't overreact too much.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
I don't have a lot about this game, but yeah, they had opportunities to get things going, and yeah, got
so
nothing. Bo Nix is a quarterback. Again, I don't want this to be a Bo Nix hype. Oh, he's Barry's
nah, nah, nah.
ran for a touchdown and this and that. He's all right.
Okay, so I got a question. Is so Bryce Young? So he was the problem?
Uh, Bryce Young was the biggest problem in all of the NFL.
So
Bryce Young will be a Memphis showboat next year.
so they went into this.
Shit, this year.
They all the talk about Bryce Young. It was like honestly, it started to get a little more positive because I at least felt like maybe they were protecting him.
Yeah,
Now you really cannot protect him. Like
dude.
we didn't
The
think
way
about
we
this.
talked about Bryce getting benched was like, this team is going to still expect to lose and expect to suck, and everything is still going to go wrong for the Panthers, and Bryce will have his job back soon. This is just a little demotion for a second.
Mm-hmm.
He's not touching the field again for a
Mm-mm.
while unless Andy gets hurt or plays the worst football. Um, I mean, I felt so confident that the Panthers would shit their pants this game. I went and picked up the Raiders defense. I went and picked up. I put in Brock Bowers, thinking he would do something.
Dude,
I had no expectations for this Panthers team, and goes out and throws 3 bombs. So
dude, the Raiders played so bad. They're already shit. We might change quarterbacks. Like they're already
what the
coming out.
fuck is that?
Which can we talk about that? All right, look. Okay, here, real quick.
They need to fucking fix that.
I want to
How about
just.
you fix your fucking defense, dildo?
I really, really want to get to that. That's a
Get the
really
fuck out of
that's
here.
a talking point that I want to get to in a second. Shout out to Red Rocket.
Of
He
course.
did his thing. This is his team now. Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Maybe you can go to like the Giants or something next year. We'll see. Obviously he's look. I don't I mean however way
Again,
whichever
this
way you
could be
put
a
it,
one-off. This could be magic in the air, whatever.
it could be. It could be. It
But
very well
we
could be.
know for sure that Bryce Young has never looked this good.
Joe Flacco led a team to the playoffs, and now he's a backup. So it's
Agreed.
just
But the Panthers' offense has never looked this good in the entirety of Bryce Young being there.
no. course, no.
So yeah, you go out, you get an old school game general in Andy Dalton who can put the ball up in the air.
Antonio Pierce
Is an idiot.
So can we pull up? Can you get the direct quote?
Yeah.
He was saying he said a lot of guys were going into business for themselves out there. Is that was a comment? It seemed like he made, and it seemed like a lot of people were saying he was alluding to his offensive coordinator. But then some people were saying that he was talking about players, and I'm not sure who exactly he was referring to when he
As the
made
game
this
went
point.
on, I think there were definitely some individuals that made business decisions.
Okay,
Will
made
make
business
business
decisions.
decisions going forward as well. That is nuts.
Okay, so he basically said, "All right, y'all want to fuck around? Like, what? I got something for y'all. I got something for y'all." Which, okay, I want to not, and I don't want to seem like some sensitive, like, oh, I get it. It's the head
Mhm.
coach. You gotta be stern. You gotta be. You got a lot on your plate as a head coach in the National Football League. But the one thing you cannot do is lose your locker room.
Yeah, this is
And the way he's talking and the quotes he's making,
he's talking like this is a high school football team. Like
yeah,
these
yeah,
aren't
yeah. See,
professional
I
football
mean,
players out here.
even if bro, we can shit on Dion night and day for how good he thinks Colorado is, but there is nothing wrong with with him getting on Colorado's ass. There's nothing wrong with him
Yeah,
getting on these college players' ass
they're
who
college
want
football
to
players.
make it to the next level.
Yeah.
And honestly, in a few years, it's not even going to be. It's going to be just high school because all these NIL deals. It's a business at this point now. Because
What,
it's going
high
to be
school
like,
football?
well, college football. It's like, are you going to talk to me like that? Transfer portal. I'm gone.
Yeah,
Don't talk to me
agreed.
like that. So
Yeah,
this whole don't talk to me like that. What I'm getting at is these are all adults, Devin.
these are guys making millions and millions of dollars. Um, I
Like
mean,
we
yeah,
just
if you want to, NFL players make business decisions left and right.
if
The best in the world, whoever.
I mean Cam Newton
Um,
made the biggest business decision in the biggest game of his life. If you, I mean,
fuck yeah, he
so
did,
players make business decisions.
and that did not go well. He still thinks he can come back and play, but I don't know.
He said there were more than 15 teams he can come back and play for, but that's not the point. Listen, Antonio Pierce, I I I I don't like the way he's talking about his team. If I'm a Raiders player, I'm feeling like, I just put my life on the line, and you're going up in front of the mic after talking kind of reckless about
Yeah,
you're just making some comments that are definitely going to create some type of toxic situation, and then you're
yeah.
coming out threatening already. No, I mean not threatening, but it's like, all right, Gardner Minshew, you brought him in, and let's be real, as the preseason went on, it was like, all right, this is your guy.
Yeah,
I mean, one bad game,
yeah,
and it's like, yeah,
yeah. Give it to
we're gonna
fucking
consider
Aiden
quarterback
O'Connell.
changes. We're gonna consider some. We might consider some quarterback changes.
I didn't realize he got benched in the fourth.
Well, I mean, when you play the way you play, but here's the thing. I mean, don't let Andy Dalton throw for 300 yards and 3 tutties.
Agreed.
What are we
Like
talking about right now? You're not.
obviously Minshew didn't play great, but this is not the reason they lost.
But it just confuses me. It's like, who are you talking about? You talking about some
Yeah,
coordinators?
who's he
You
talking
talking about
about?
some
Is he talking
players?
about Max Crosby who fucking played great?
I'm just saying. I know because a lot of people were like, they might not like to hear it, but this is the coach you need. Yeah, in high school,
Yeah.
like this would be a great like motivational like high school football coach. Like, we're all here together. It's like, no, some of these players are truly making business decisions out there every play.
I mean, this is the Raiders.
And maybe some people were alluding to Devontae Adams, but I mean, I'm pretty sure ever since he's been there, he's just been thrown hospital ball after hospital ball.
Yeah, but no,
Um,
bro's only there for business.
so yeah, that's the thing. Honestly, he was only there for Derek Carr.
It's the only reason he went, and then they shipped him out. Um, and I mean, why not stay for the money? It's a nice touch.
But he needs to chill. Bro needs to chill out. Bro needs to take it down a notch.
Also, I
Um,
don't give a fuck what the Raiders do, but I think they have the best opportunity with Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
And the Panthers came to play. You got your ass beat. Take it. Don't change too much.
Here, I'll put it to you like this: there's a lot of guys on this roster. If they continue to play this poorly, Antonio Pierce can talk all the shit he wants. He's gonna be the one walking out that door.
Agreed.
Maybe players as well, but it don't matter. It don't matter.
All on him.
Cut the check and you're gone.
But
You're
the
out of
thing is,
there.
it's like if you want your job next season, don't start Aiden O'Connell.
Don't start Aiden O'Connell. And like I don't know, it's like just that type of comments, like guys making business decisions and we'll make business decisions too. That just felt emotional,
Yeah.
emotionally driven. Like that just felt like
it's like there's a gap between him and his team.
Mm-hmm. And it's just not. It's
because
like
he's not taking a loss as a head coach and saying we need to be better. He said individuals made decisions that ruined our game.
I mean, you can point fingers, you can criticize parts of your game, but just to I don't know, just to make comments that you know are going to swirl into drama and it's going to go all in the media, and that's all going to be the focus now is the toxicity in the Raiders locker room, which obviously
has been there forever.
Isn't that good? Yeah, wasn't that good
no,
before.
it's not that forward.
But yeah, Miami Seahawks, Miami's cooked. Not much to say about that, honestly. Like,
if I was Tua, I wouldn't want to play for this team.
He's coming back.
Why? Please don't come back.
He's coming back. He already said he has no plans on retiring, and he's speaking to neurologists. And let's be real. If Tua is going to come back, we talk about it all the time, and I know most people aren't accepting it, but we need to just accept it.
Yeah.
The same way if a boxer decided to go back in the ring, it is what it is. Now here's the thing. A quarterback, when on the run, can protect himself a lot more than a boxer.
Yes.
Or even like any other position in the NFL, because you are pretty much untouchable once you give yourself up.
Mm-hmm. You know what I never think about is that any NFL player can slide.
Yeah, Golden Tate used to be the best at avoiding tackles.
What's his nuts does that too, Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett and Golden Tate, they
just dive.
Yeah, that's what if I'm you want to talk about making
that's a business decision though. You're not going to shit on Tyler Lockett for scoring a 100-yard touchdown and then making a little business decision.
Yeah, bro, it's business decisions out here. Big business decisions. Let's talk about another big business decision. That's giving up a crucial lead that Baltimore had on the Dallas Cowboys when look, a lot of people were texting me, Devin. A lot of people were hitting me up, including you. This game.
Oh yeah, no.
This game's over.
What'd I say? I think it was after Dak got sacked.
Yeah, it was
It
was the drive after Derrick Henry's run.
Huh?
It was the drive after Henry's run.
Yeah, it was the drive after Henry's run. Prescott got sacked at the 50 or whatever. Yeah, thought it was over. Obviously, it was enough to finish the game, but that second half was pretty brutal.
Now, the best way I heard somebody put it was the Ravens were able to finish the game in victory formation.
Mm-hmm.
Which, and by that, I mean, obviously it means, it could have ended with, a nail biting. Cowboys have the ball. They're driving down the field. They can hit a 70-yarder if they want to.
Yeah.
It's at least, it was nice to see, when the Ravens needed to get that last first down, they got that last first down. I was happy.
Well, that was what Lamar on the
on
the run.
I was happy to see it.
The little dive. Yeah.
Now here's the thing. I cannot get fooled. I cannot be fooled, Devin. The Baltimore Ravens. Mike,
you gotta. There's a little stain on your shirt.
What's oh
you got fooled. Goosebumps. What are you, an R.L. Stein fan?
You're trying to fool me. We're getting into spooky season, bro. It's the first
I don't
day.
like spooky. I hate Halloween.
It's the first day of fall. I like Halloween shirts though. Look,
that's true.
Listen, hold on. Let me get my bag real quick. The Baltimore Ravens should not have been going to this game 0-2. 2. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problems they still need to fix. They have a lot of problem
Mm-hmm.
They still had problems with the offensive line. They
Mm-hmm.
still had problems in the secondary. They still had
Not a
problems
problem.
with penalties. They still had problems with Justin Tucker. They still had problems with coaching decisions. Look,
Ugh.
I have a lot. I'm glad we came out with dub. I like what I saw. I like that
Yeah.
we got to see Derrick Henry doing what we're doing. And you know what's crazy? How beautiful did the fucking read option look with Lamar and Derrick Henry?
Awesome.
Haven't I been?
It's so scary.
It's like I've been begging for that for like 2
Yeah.
weeks. I was just begging for them to stop. Just
Honestly, you've been begging for that for 2 years.
because you run the read option. You run the read option, which is already spreading out the offense more than it is when you're in some power I formation,
Exactly. Yeah.
which is already going to make them more afraid of the pass game. And
Yeah.
then once you pound them and pound them, pound them, pass and run, then you can line up in the I formation and really tote that bitch
Boom.
like the Ravens fucking do with Derrick Henry on top of that. I loved
Yeah.
it. I love what I saw.
It was awesome.
I love what I saw from Nate Wiggins. I loved what I saw from Nate Wiggins.
Correct me. Did he have problems later in the game? Because obviously we saw
Look,
the punchy,
I'm not gonna
which
sit
didn't lead
here.
to anything. But
I'm not gonna act too clueless I'm not gonna act too naive because of the criticisms I'm about to give. But look, I know it was close, but I have heard my entire probably at least since we've done this podcast that if there's anything the Cowboys do, it's burn those wasted like calories, those empty calories.
mm,
They will eat them empty calories. So yes, they looked really really good when they were down a lot.
a
And
lot. Yeah.
and yes, Nate Wiggins gave up some plays, but he was also guarding the highest
Second
paid
highest paid
second
receiver
highest
in the
paid.
league.
So he
Yeah,
didn't.
he's got 34. No, they didn't give him. They didn't
I
give him
thought he
more.
beat out Jettas. Okay, so second
No,
highest
Jettis is
paid
still.
receiver
Jettis has 35, I
in
think.
the NFL. He's a rookie, and this was his first true game. They really had him out on special teams week 1, then he missed week 2, and they threw him out there first drive.
Yeah.
I loved it. I will say, look, I love Roquan Smith. He is the worst coverage linebacker in the
Bad.
NFL.
Yeah.
He is the worst coverage linebacker in the NFL. So we can figure out how to not have him in the center of that defense.
Yeah.
Just
Was PQ good at that?
oh, PQ was I mean, PQ is just quicker.
Yeah.
Roquan's just not fast enough. Sideline to sideline, yeah, he's gonna hunt your ass down.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
coverage, it's not there.
So,
It's not there, bro.
especially when they get behind him and he's lost.
No, that's exactly what it is. But
He's
but
lost
that's what I'm
there.
saying. He's just not a great coverage linebacker. And do you know what else the Cowboys are? Which I didn't realize. But going into this game, they were the worst rushing defense.
For real? I mean, it showed.
So, but that's what I'm saying. It doesn't say much.
Yeah,
I
agreed.
cannot. I can't let them fool me. I mean, I can't get too hyped. Worst Russian defense.
I mean, it was definitely the correct game plan. Y'all ran the hell out of the ball in that first half. Lamar, when he did throw the ball, it was impactful. I mean, great throws. Any throwing touchdowns? Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh,
had
yeah,
one
yeah.
passing touchdown, but I mean,
Rashad.
Justin Tucker still. I don't know what his struggles are. Apparently, John Harbaugh came out and said it was I can't think of the word. What's technique problem. He said it was a technique problem, which I was saying more of a mental thing, which maybe can go hand to hand.
But that leads to a technique.
Because I think
because he has the technique down. He's
but
done
the
it for
power's there.
15 years. Of course.
The man can launch the ball still. It's just he cannot get it in between.
Yeah.
And also,
yeah, I mean, I was shocked to see y'all had the ball at what? Maybe the 40, and y'all punted. Shocking.
Yeah,
it's never happened.
Yeah, it's definitely
in 15 years.
Going into this season, it was like we passed the 50. We need to come out with at least 3. And if that's not something we can rely on, that drops my.
I mean, you passed the 45, maybe.
Well, no, I mean, Okay, well, in my eyes, if we make it to
Yes.
50, we better get 5 more or 10
Agree.
more.
Yes.
Like we better get
But
into
yeah,
killer
no,
range
a
at that point.
55, a 57, a 58, shit, a 60-yarder was
Inside, dude, he
anything
missed a
inside of that.
46-yarder inside,
Oh yeah, no,
indoors.
inside
He
a building.
missed a
Yes.
46-yarder indoors, Devin.
Yeah,
That's a
it's bad.
problem.
Yeah.
And also, so probably the least amount we've seen from Marlon Humphrey still on Instagram
Still,
Live after the game. Yeah, man. Hey, Lamar, what you got to say? So he flips the camera to Lamar. And he's like, Lamar. And Lamar's basically like, yeah, bro. Honestly, you really I swear to God, he says this. He's like, you really shouldn't have the camera out. Like, we still got a lot. We still got a lot to work on.
fuck yeah.
And Marlon's like,
Marlon's got a lot
and
to work
Marlon's
on.
like feeling like, yeah, but like, come on, man. Like it's like, bro, all Marlon Humphrey wants is content at this point. All he wants
No,
is
yeah,
like he can't wait to go talk about this on his podcast, which is like, oh, okay, we
I know,
podcast,
but
he can podcast. But if he worries more about getting his content out than covering CeeDee Lamb or Devontae Adams or any number one receiver, like it's the fact that we went into this game going, no, we're probably going to throw Nate on him most of the game. Probably going to throw Nate with
yeah,
his.
we're
We'll
gonna
throw our
throw
rookie
a
corner
rookie on the best,
because Marlon,
one
you
of the
got
best
no
receivers
chance.
in the league.
If Marlon had to cover CeeDee Lamb this entire game, he would have got his ass chopped up.
I mean, even with a double coverage, it's
Chopped up.
Marlon's no help out there.
But we got Unique Ngakoue. Came back to
Yes,
Baltimore.
yes.
So adding more to that pass rush that's already that I already like. So yeah, I'm happy about that.
Calvin Noy had 2 sacks. That was solid.
With the
Yeah,
broken
obviously,
orbital bones.
Kyle Hamilton was laying the wood out there. Kyle Hamilton is like he will be, if not already, top safety in the league.
Oh yeah, no, he's already up there. He's one of the most versatile safeties in the league.
He's an animal.
He's fantastic.
Who would have thunked?
Detroit versus Arizona.
Yeah, weird one.
A couple weird things in that game. Goff didn't throw his first incomplete pass until the third quarter.
Really?
He threw 14 straight completions. But Jared Goff and the Lions get it done. They were able to contain Arizona and their offense and Kyler Murray, especially in the second half. I don't think they only put up 3 points in the second half.
Well, they contained Marvin.
Well, I mean,
they contained Marvin well.
But I'm
Kyler
saying
threw that pick deep into the end zone. Was that a Marlon or that was a target for Marvin though?
I can't fully remember. I'm gonna assume it probably was, but at the same time, okay, he got 45 rushing yards, but he was running. He needed to go. He needed to go get those yards. It wasn't necessarily like, oh, you can't
design
stop.
runs.
You can't stop me. Come get me. It was enough. I mean, it's not like the Lions just shit all over Arizona.
No,
there's still
a beautiful callback to one of the coolest plays in sports.
Oh my god, the hook and ladder.
A planned hook and ladder.
The hook and ladder is so
a called good. Hook
and Detroit. Their run game.
Yeah, no.
But go ahead.
Fucking Jameer came out walking, knowing he was gonna fucking get that bitch flipped to him.
Beautiful. It was amazing.
Gorgeous.
And I guess what we didn't notice, I guess this is the 9th straight win after a loss for Dan Campbell. So if the Lions lose, okay, so the Lions don't lose back to back no more. So we just got to remember that. If the Lions lose,
I wish I bet. I wish I could put money on things.
The next week in predictions, we just got to remember Lions ain't losing 2 straight.
Are the Lions Jameis Winston? This is the new Jameis. Dan Campbell is the new Jameis.
Is that how it worked for Jameis? He didn't lose.
No, Jameis was just it was win loss win loss win loss win loss.
Okay. It was win loss.
I mean, the season could go like that for the Lions.
I don't think it will though.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it will though.
Yeah, the run game is very solid.
Kansas City versus Cincinnati, Devin. Or excuse me. Sorry, I was still thinking about the bullshit from last week.
Yeah.
Kansas City versus Atlanta. Kansas City.
Did we miss a game?
No, we didn't miss a game. What game are you referring to?
Rams Niners.
Oh, we did miss Rams Niners. Rams Niners. Cool. I mean,
I mean, it's two broken in half teams.
yeah. I mean, it's two struggling teams,
Jawan
but
Jennings looked good, obviously.
we picked San Fran because of the better defense, but we didn't factor in like if it's a close game and this ball is in Matt Stafford's hands, he's probably gonna put that bitch
He's going to show out.
he's probably gonna put y'all in position to win.
Mm-hmm.
But
Tutu steps up as the dude.
mm-hmm.
Williams looked
Tutu
okay.
stepped up, no problem at all.
But
But
yeah, no, it should have been a definite win for the Niners. They were up what?
10,
Uh,
10 they were up 10 at one point. They were 14, 21, 20.
they were up 21-7.
It was, yeah, they were up. They were up.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, Stafford is one clutch motherfucker.
I mean, this is what he does. He is, I think, the quarterback with the most fourth quarter comebacks.
If he's not, I wouldn't be. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
It was between him and like maybe Drew Brees or something. But yeah, no, he's way up there.
But all right, Chiefs versus Falcons.
Yeah.
Kansas City.
Just the typical bullshit.
I mean, is it me or is this the third straight game that Kansas City won that where they just shouldn't have?
No. Kansas City looks absolutely horrendous as an entire football team.
They do, and it's interesting because so we put out a clip where we were discussing the Cincinnati game where the controversial PI and the fumble with Joe Burrow. We were called idiots. We were told that we were so stupid, and we were given all these definitions by different Kansas City fans of a pass interference. Mm-hmm. But now it's crazy.
The definition has changed.
A week later, Chiefs fans got a complete different definition of a pass interference because last week all you had to do was bump into the receiver while you were playing the ball, and but now this week it's okay to wrap a tight end by his torso like you're giving him a hug before the ball is but while the ball is being thrown or before the ball is being thrown. Because let's be real, that's why Kirk threw the ball. He saw the pass interference. Everybody's talking about, whoa, why would you throw that into the? It's because he saw the damn pass interference.
Yes.
He saw it. That's what quarterbacks do. And it wasn't called. And it's crazy. I had this quote. It was the man that glazes Pat Mahomes the most, Chris Collinsworth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should be
that
should have been a pass interference first down.
Now he also said that Kirk should have thrown it higher to his 6'6" tight end, but either way,
he said it should have been first down Atlanta on the goal line.
Exactly,
and that says enough.
Would have changed the course of the game. I mean, the Chiefs had
the game.
No, of course.
If they just would have kicked that fucking field goal and then had the same fucking third and out that they had on Kansas City,
dude,
another field goal, the game's over.
They would have won the game if they just fucking kicked it. They went for it twice, missed both times. You kick 2 field goals, you win this fucking game.
And Shane, our Atlanta correspondent, hit me and he said, "I guarantee you, we kicked that field goal versus any other team. We gotta have more confidence.
Any other team.
Gotta have more confidence in that defense. You can't be that scared just because it's Kansas City."
But the thing is, it's like Kansas City gave no reason to I mean, Atlanta already did well enough to shut down this Kansas City offense that, again, is not what it is expected to be. Travis Kelce is struggling, and they keep saying it's Taylor Swift's fault.
Who
gives a flying fucking nutsack.
And it was great. It was was it me or did you not enjoy a Taylor Swiftless Chiefs game? I mean, it was a lot easier to bear the Kansas City Chiefs because here's my thing. Just like the Bills fans Bills Mafia can come in the comment section and say we hate all we want or Chiefs. I really don't care. Yeah. It's cool. But if you're gonna shove Taylor Swift in my face while I'm watching a football game, it's like, come on, bro, chill.
I mean, Josh Allen has a singer as a girlfriend. She's fairly famous.
I could not have told you that.
She's not showing out of the games, hanging out with fucking in the booth, in the box. They're singing her songs. They're talking about her every 6 seconds. Who gives a shit? I mean,
But Atlanta should have won that game. They should have had the ball at the 1 yard line. Yes, could Kansas City have turned around and went down the field and won that game? They could have. They could
I
have.
I feel like we do this so much, where it's like, oh, even if they did score a touchdown there, we still would have came back and won.
Well, they
It's
said.
like, no, why don't we just call it correctly,
Uh huh.
and then y'all can figure that out later.
Well,
Instead, we have to go back to all
yeah.
these games and like figure out if the Chiefs would have lost. It's like we know they would have lost if these things happened.
Well, everybody said that about the Ravens. They were like, "Oh, so y'all were gonna lose by 1 instead of 6, or by 6, or yeah, or by 7." And it was like, no.
It would have
It's like
changed a lot.
they could have went for 2. Lamar could have ran 2 yards, and
Yeah.
we could have gotten the 2-point conversion and won the game. And then last week, completely different definition of a pass interference. So I was under the impression that pass interference on Kyle Pitts would have been called, and I thought Chiefs fans, I like Chiefs fans, be real. If you see this, if you're watching this right now, this segment, because it's going to be clipped and put on YouTube, be
Yes.
real. It was a pass interference.
Like, if you're going to be an NFL fan, I mean, have a little bit of like
Unbiased blood in your body.
just perspective for the rules of football. Like you can say that, yeah, we still won this game. That was pass interference. Who gives a shit?
Mhm.
Say that. Don't fucking try to rewrite the rules and tell me what a fucking pass interference is and say this and say that. It's a bad call.
Yeah,
Plain
it
and
was
simple.
a terrible
You guys
call.
get a lot of bad calls that go your way. It's a little concerning. I think the entire NFL sees it. And yeah, you guys are 3-0, whatever. Should have. I mean, the Falcons looked much better than the Chiefs did. They got that. Chiefs got that Carson Steele dude. They wouldn't shut the fuck up about him.
No, he's got a
Oh, look
pet
at his
alligator.
sister's wedding.
There's a
He's got an
sister's wedding,
alligator.
which kind of a like dick move. It's like, it's like your brother's like first start in the NFL, and it's like,
Well,
well, no,
apparently they'd planned the wedding a year before, and
yeah, but it's like, you know what it
they
is.
didn't expect bro to be in the
But
NFL.
that's fucked up. Like that's
Yeah,
fucked up.
that's
It's like, bro, even if he's on a team,
I
he's
mean,
not
shit.
gonna
If you looked at a
play.
motherfucker and saw this dude walking around with an alligator, his name's Carson Steele, you're not going to think he's going to be a leading running back for the Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't know.
His family, yeah. I mean, it was probably reasonable doubt to assume that. I don't know. Whatever. I just didn't give a fuck about his sister's wedding or a fucking alligator.
No. And Chris
They
Collinsworth is
tend to
like,
talk the games that the least football is talked in are Chiefs games.
Chiefs game.
They talk about Brittany and
Taylor
and
this
Travis and
wedding.
Jason Kelsey and fucking someone's
Andy
fucking
Reid,
pet
Andy
rattlesnake.
Reid,
Andy Reid.
Chris
All
Jones.
day. It's just this fucking garbage. I don't know. Kirk annoys me though. He's got weight. Like he did an interview before the game, and it's just like this. He's just, oh yeah, we're just gonna go out there and try to play our best, and just wherever the cards fall, it's just gonna happen.
Dude,
It's like,
what's wrong? Some people are just happy.
I know, but this is why I think that Kirk is not like Kirk has never touched that upper echelon, and he's not gonna take the Falcons to a Super Bowl.
Well,
I'm not gonna say it's just because of his attitude or whatever, but
it's nothing.
there
It
are
has
things that
nothing to
will
do with
hold
his
Kirk
attitude.
back. I don't know.
I think it has absolutely nothing to do with his attitude. And upper echelon.
His entire career has been shown that he's shown that when it matters, playoff games, the one that he fucking played in or the two he's played in, it's tough. He's not a rock. He'll be good. They'll win a few games, but when it matters. But also, it's hard to compare any team when they're playing the Chiefs. You know?
But the Chiefs better take that next step. They better start playing
Also,
better when it matters.
Oh, for sure. But also, I mean, are they ever going to suspend Rashee Rice?
No.
What are we doing?
No, that's.
I mean, because at this point, the legal shit's not going to be over until week 14, and then you say, oh yeah, no, we can't suspend him 4 games now. It's the end of the season.
No, that's. Bro, they don't care about that shit. He crashed a car and walked away.
Agreed,
They
but
don't
they said
care
that they were
about
going to
Tyreek
suspend him.
Hill beating up some bitch, so they don't care. They don't care. Let's be real. They don't care. They don't care. They don't. They don't care. You know what I care about though? Week 3 MVP votes.
Mm,
Week 3 MVP votes. So here are some candidates, Devin. Obviously coming off of some crazy Monday night performances, you got Josh Allen with 263 passing yards and four passing touchdowns. On top of that, 44 rushing yards. You have Jaden Daniels with 250 yards, two passing touchdowns, along with 39 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. You have Sam Darnold, who was 17 to 28, 181 yards with four touchdowns. You had Saquon, 147 yards, two tutties, 8.6 yards per carry. You had, and I'm sorry, I'm not corrupting this list by giving him a vote, but he had to be mentioned. Andy Dalton, 26 of 37,
mm-hmm.
319 yards, three touchdowns. And I don't think he's going to make the cut, but I mean, the stat line is wild. 12 for 15, 182, one passing touchdown, 87 rushing yards, 6.2 yards per carry with a rushing touchdown. Mr.
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson. 12 for 15. 12 for 15. Brought through 15
beautiful.
balls. 15 balls. And ran for 87 yards, threw for over 180 yards, a touchdown in both categories. I liked what I saw from bro. Any other
Yeah,
candidates from you?
I don't think so. I don't want to. I mean, Saquon. Did you say Saquon?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm stupid. Um, Henry,
Henry's up there for sure.
151, two tutties is on 25 carries.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be giving these to running backs, but just because of the after these Monday night quarterback performances,
Well,
it's tough to
I'm
throw in a running
definitely
back.
so I'm definitely putting Josh at one.
Mm-hmm.
Um I'm going to give the edge to JD and put him at two. But I got to give Saquon the third placement. If it was not for him and his performance, Philadelphia would
Sure.
not have won that game, and we would have and kind of should be looking at a 3-0 New Orleans Saints team. So I
Yeah.
got to give Saquon that third spot. Honestly, it's really close. Like it's really close to being the one spot, but the only reason I'm not giving him the edge over Jaden Daniels is because I believe they both earned the spots with not only their play, but with how much their play mattered for their team's win.
Yeah.
It's going to go to the quarterback over the running back every day, no
A thousand
matter
percent.
how much the running back carried. Now, I mean, if it was, I mean, this is kind of the closest you're going to get to the running back just absolutely carrying the offense.
Yeah. And if it wasn't the
But
Saints,
just the way Jaden Daniels just conducted himself, just held like he was just. I mean, he
he was
won that
calm.
game. He was calm, cool, and collective. I'm giving him the number two spot. Second MVP vote. What you
Saquon's
got?
your three.
Saquon will be my three. What you
I'm gonna
got?
be honest. I don't want to sound biased. I know I look like a clown. I'm wearing a Commanders jersey. Um, but the Commanders are playing a team that is not your typical 0-2 football team. Playing against the top level quarterback who could have came back and won or tied this game up had it not been for late fourth down conversions, um, late touchdown passes. Obviously, Josh played incredibly well. 30 balls, four touchdowns or something?
23 of 30,
23 of
260,
30. Yeah.
263 yards, four tutties, 200 yards and four tutties in the first half.
Yeah. But this game was wrapped up in the first half. He had four tutties in the first half. It's fire.
That's insane, Devin.
That's nuts. Fuck.
you gotta. I mean, you look. I don't want to persuade you, but if you're trying to not look like you said a clown, I don't want to use the word. I don't want to. You used it first. You used the clown word. You said I don't want to
I
look
did
like a
say
clown.
clown.
So
No,
pick your
yeah,
poison.
I'll give it to Josh. I mean, Jaden looked incredible. Um, obviously, the best rookie performance this year by a quarterback. Probably up there in terms of the entire organization. Shit, maybe not just rookie quarterbacks, just quarterbacks in
For
general
Washington, yeah.
for anybody.
Mm.
Yeah, for Washington. But yeah, Jaden number 2. I would say Henry 3, but he had a few big runs outside of that. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'll give it to Saquon, but I want to put Jaden at 1 just because of how competitive this game was, how he didn't falter, how he didn't show any signs of fear or bitching out or whatever. He balls to the wall, took over this game. 2 incompletions, 21 of 23, 254, 2 tutties, rushing touchdown, fucking touchdown pass to a fucking lineman.
I mean, and hopefully that keeps him on this list.
Fuck it, I'm changing it. No, I talked myself into it. I mean, against the Bengals, everyone can go fuck themselves.
I mean, I hate to use your own shit against you, but you say the Bengals suck.
Agreed, but other people think that the Bengals were going to walk into the AFC North and beat the shit out of everybody. Walk through this fucking division. I have my own opinions.
I know.
Obviously, the Bengals showed that they have a great offense. Jamar is a dog. T. Higgins is good. Um, but, yeah. What a rookie quarter. I mean, 2 incompletions
Yeah,
out of a fucking rookie. No big mistakes at all.
no big
Getting out of
mistakes.
trouble. They're going to come after me. I don't care.
That's fine. Put JD at number 1.
He deserves it.
He deserves it for his play, but I mean, I'm gonna use what you said against you. It was done by halftime for Josh Allen. He put up the numbers he needed to by halftime.
Yeah.
I mean, there's I don't know. There's really no question for me, but yeah, he can be on that spot. He's definitely pushing that O'Roy crazy O'Roy.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
But all right, so we got the same 3 guys once again on the MVP
And
list.
can I talk about how I'm balls to the wall excited about how we did not draft Drake May?
Yeah,
I've said it time and time again about Drake.
no Drake May.
I don't want no overall an ACC quarterback. I want an SEC quarterback, especially in today's league.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely don't want a quarterback from UNC.
Mm-hmm.
Kid's not even starting on his own team. Jacoby Brissett sucks chunky ball sack. Yeah, Jaden better keep playing like this.
Let's
I like it.
I guess let's pop up these fantasy teams.
Yeah, I went dummy.
Fantasy teams is what I want to pop up. So I had 2 comeback wins. I was down pretty big in both of my leagues. And I will say I had Josh Allen, Jamar Chase, and Christian Kirk all set up to play in Monday night's football games. And they came through. Josh Allen, 46 points. Jamar Chase, 31. Christian Kirk, 15.9. Now, Ramondre Stevenson only got me 1.8 points. We already talked about that versus the Jets Thursday Night Football.
Brutal.
Chuba Hubbard, 33.9 points. Mike Evans with only 5.7. Pat Freiermuth with 7.3. Quay Walker with 11. Logan Wilson with 16.5. I don't even talk about our defense with how inflated and fucked it got.
Yeah, I don't think we should bring any of this up.
Fairbarn,
Kai Fairbairn?
negative 0.25 points. So shout out to
Nice.
bro. Obviously Kenneth Walker did not play.
Yep.
The only person I probably could have put in over because my flex I had 5.7 from Mike. I could have put in Keon Coleman. He had 9.4. George Pickens had 10.7. And then Alexander Madison had 14 points as well. But I was able to pull off the Dubski. And then before I let you flex on everybody else, Josh Allen in the other league as well. Najee Harris with 13 points. Tony Pollard with only 4.5. Jamar with 31.5. Diggs with 20. Tyler Conklin, 19 points, filling in for my injured David Njoku. Zay Flowers with only 4.5. Singleton with 10.5. Logan Wilson with 11.25. I'm looking at my bench. Chris Olave decided to turn up and get 21 points. Definitely could have used it, played him, won by a little bit more, put him in over the 4.5 points that Zay got me. But besides that, yeah, nothing. I did not
I
miss
don't
out
think.
on much.
Yeah, I don't know about Zay being in
You told me
fantasy
to.
lineups. Did I?
You fucking yeah. I'll run that tape. You definitely suggested. You were like, yeah,
I probably did. Fuck.
you should probably do it.
I was lying.
But how about you? How did you look this week?
Yeah, I went dumb shit crazy. I'm glad you guys had a terrible second half because Dak was sitting around fucking like 10 points the entire game. Dropped a 42 banger out there. Derrick Henry, 37 points. James Cook, 21 points. Devontae with 10. DK Metcalf, 23 points. Zach Charbonnet, 34 points. The only better play I could have had was my tight end. Dalton Schultz got 3 points. My other tight end got 3.5. Defense went nuts. Cairo Santos, 5 points basically.
And you would have been
Yeah,
fine with
just the
Aaron.
slaughter fest. Huh?
I said, and you would have been fine with Aaron.
I would have been great with Aaron,
Just 10
but
less points.
I mean, I'm gonna ride with Dak for now, but I think I'm gonna be pretty set with either of them. My other league, which I haven't talked about because I didn't realize I could get it on my computer. It's always on my phone. This team's weird. Kyler Murray, quarterback, 19 points. Cam Akers, 9 points. Alvin Kamara, 16. Jamar Chase went 30 points. Drake London, 18 points. Devonta Smith, 15 before he got obliterated. See that shit?
And then Saquon busted that tutty right after.
Yeah, and then they took him out.
Yeah.
Bro's fucked.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers, David Montgomery, Jordan Mason, Daniel Carlson, and the Raiders defense combined for a total of 0 points. So when I picked up the Raiders defense, I thought it would be 3 points allowed, 8 sacks. I thought there'd be a bunch of extra points and field goals from the Raiders, and I got none of that. So
yeah, no, that we were not getting that from them this week apparently.
fuck.
Thursday night football, week 4. We got to give our predictions. We got the Cowboys going up to New York to play the Giants. Now we can sit here and play the gas up game and go, ooh, whoa.
On who, the Giants?
I mean, for either,
Yeah.
for like honestly, any narrative you want to push, you can kind of push. Dallas playing
Yeah.
like shit. New York Giants for some reason deciding to play well. Daniel Jones deciding to not be the worst quarterback we've ever seen.
Yeah.
In comparison to their contract.
Yes.
Malik Neighbors finally getting to pop out, score 2 tutties. I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm not gonna do too much. This ain't some like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, Dallas is bouncing back, and this is where they turn the tables and the season goes up. It's like, no, it's just the Giants. I mean, if they struggle versus the Giants, I'm gonna
sound the alarms.
Yeah. It's like, okay, like you get your ass kicked by the Saints. That was obviously a wake up call. Ravens game did not make them look too much better. At least, I mean,
No,
besides, yeah, they turned it on when they were down by a fucking mile and a
22
half.
points. I
But
mean, Dak was getting just swallowed up.
mhm. I mean,
And
it's.
if it wasn't a CD, there wasn't much out there.
But I don't think the Giants are beating Dallas.
No. I mean, if everything goes well, this should be a good old fashioned Cowboys slaughterfest. Um,
Yeah,
it is in New York, which doesn't mean anything anymore.
no.
Um, I will say that if the Giants had a good running back, um, a really good running back, they got Singletary now.
Yeah,
Yeah. Singletary could have a good game or a
he
better game
could.
than
He
just
could.
because of how crazy Kamara went on
I mean, they
them
do
and how
have the
crazy.
worst rushing defense in the league,
Yeah.
which is
But
crazy.
they've also, I mean, they've played some tough running backs, but the secondary held up pretty decent. So yeah, if they shut down Malik and try to contain the run a little bit, the Giants' defense is not scary, and yeah, should be a big old spanking.
So you go in
We should
Dallas?
get the Giants to start getting mad at us. We'll see a fucking bunch of hey, you motherfucker. I'm not gonna do a New York accent. I don't even
No,
know what the fuck
Jets
that was,
fans.
but
Jets fans. We need the
I think
Jets
Jets fans have fallen into a deep enough depression that,
that they
like, over the
somehow
past 60 years, that
they magically
um
like woke up in Buffalo.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, they woke up angry in Buffalo.
I
I don't think anyone's ever woken up happy in Buffalo.
look, like I said, bro. I don't need to shit on Buffalo. They're cool, bro.
I'm
It's fine.
joking,
No,
dude.
I'm no, but like it's like I
But
mean
like, no,
it's
the highlight of their life is jumping through a fucking plastic table.
and a really really good regular season.
And a great regular season, and shit, a great postseason. They've had great postseasons of recent.
Give or take, but I mean like I think when I mean you lose, you lose.
No, of course, when we talk great postseason, we talk Super Bowl wins, but
Or appearances.
or appearances. They've had opportunities, but again, they get fucked over by the Chiefs a few times.
Maybe. Maybe they did. Or maybe according to Chiefs fans they didn't. So, That's the thing. We got Chiefs and Bills fans on our
We got to
heads,
get them
but
yelling at each other.
they will soon. They will.
Yeah.
They'll go at each other soon, and that's okay. But Devin, I think it's time to get out of here. We discussed every week 3 matchup, reviewed every week 3 matchup, gave our week 3 MVPs. We went over some fantasy. We talked the Monday Night Football doubleheader. We predicted Thursday Night Football week 4. Is there anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Go Skins. Oh, the Orioles. It's getting scary out here. We got 6 games left. We got 3 against the Yankees. All 6 games are away. Uh, Still haven't clinched the postseason berth.
Oh,
I I think the Magic we're definitely not going to win the division at this point unless we win out and the Yankees lose a few. Um, I think if we win 2 games, we make the playoffs, but Lord knows. So pray for the O's. Skins till I die. Jaden Daniels is now my guy
Jaden
forever.
Daniels is your guy forever. He has to
I
be.
might buy his jersey full price,
You have to. You got to.
but I could just burn the Dotson off the back of this and write in Ogumbawale or whatever the guy's name is.
You could. You could. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of On It. We will be back on Saturday to review this Thursday night football game, to predict all of Sunday's games, talk about some college football, set some fantasies, just all the all the normal shit. Brand new episodes every Tuesday and Saturday. We'll be back on Saturday. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.